Headlines Today, the only media crew on this flight taking the FIFA World Cup trophy home. As promised, we are back, and there's the World Cup trophy which Ian and Brad just brought out on Indian soil. The trophy will now go from here to the ITC Shunar for the rest of the festivities. But as I said, we are back from the break with the FIFA World Cup trophy. The high point of this FIFA World Trophy Tour inevitably was the unveiling of the trophy. It was done by former Brazilian captain Carlos Alberto Torres, who captained Pelé in the 1970 World Cup. Here's what happened in that glittering ceremony.
The World Cup football is something unbelievable to everyone, and it's something which glues you to the TV. As I said, my first impression of the World Cup football in '86 was something which I will remember right throughout my life. Your first impression is always a very special one, and when I watched that little man, there's another little man here, when I watched that little man 5'5", run with that football on his left foot, it's a side which you don't see a lot time.
There are not too many things in the world that my friend Sachin Tendulkar can't touch. The FIFA World Cup trophy is one such. When he was asked, what does it feel to be standing about 4 feet next to it but not being able to touch the trophy, he said cheekily that he is happy having touched the Cricket World Cup. Here's what Sachin had to say. You've won the World Cup. Yes, it's a different one, but just talk about what winning the World Cup means. So obviously, you can talk to us about that moment.
First of all, I'm really honored to be here, and I hope all the people from Kolkata enjoy this beautiful trophy for the next three days and respect the rules and the regulations. 1983 was an important year of my life, because that is when I saw whatever happened at Lord's. A World Cup in Kapil Dev's hands was a big moment. When I saw that, I told myself, I want to be in that position one day. I want to hold a trophy in my hands, and that's where the dream started. I had to chase my dream really hard. I had to wait for 22 years, but I was prepared to go through all the grind, all the hard work needed, all the effort, all the sacrifices. I was all prepared to do that as long as my dream was accomplished.
You were there last year when Coca-Cola in the under-15 competition in Mumbai to see the passion of the young kids. You experienced that. That's huge in terms of grassroots football now that we are hosting the under-17 World Cup. Talk about that experience being part of that under-15 competition last year.
I was so impressed by the energy. It was so vibrant, and they were competitive. They were playing in the right spirit though. And that's so important. To compete in any sport, you have to respect your opposition, you have to play in the right spirit and not take things for granted. They were all fighting so hard to lift that trophy.
Under-17 World Cup, do you think that actually has the ability to transform Indian football and perpetuate a legacy for making the 2022 dream a reality?
Yes, I would like to believe that, because to participate in a big tournament like World Cup, it doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey, and for that journey there is a process. As I mentioned earlier, that a platform has to be provided to the young talent. Then it's about preparation. It's not about just turning up on a soccer field and scoring goals. To achieve those things, there is a lot of hard work, there is a lot of planning. You got to have the right people guiding young footballers.
I wish in the near future, a short time, to see India playing a World Cup. Let's try to help the kids here to develop football in this country, okay? And who knows, we'll see you in London or in Russia.
When we all come together.
carrying the trophy, my colleague Shumon Ray caught up with Carlos Alberto to talk about Indian football, what this trophy tour means to him, and if we can ever aspire to play in the World Cup.
He is undoubtedly the greatest captain of the greatest team to play football in the world. With me is Carlos Alberto Torres, and he is on a voyage, on a tour with the World Cup, and now it's in India. Your first thoughts, and how could India be also a soccer nation? We're not comparing it with Brazil, but how can India be also a soccer nation? Could there be a shift from cricket to football?
Well, we must have to start to have a winner culture since the beginning. When the players start to play at 9, 10 years old, we have to try to give this culture for them. Winner must be a winner, and with the support I felt we have here to develop football in a very short time. We're gonna see India playing the big international tournaments.
1.2 billion people, a lot of Indian footballers, they try to emulate, or rather try to play the South American style of soccer. But there is a shift rather towards the European model. Which one would you prefer and why?
If you can mix the two styles, European and South American style, it would be dangerous because India can be one of the best in the world. But I wish they start to play a good football. This is the beginning. In the future, and then start to think to be the best in the world.
India is also organizing the Under-17 World Cup in 2017. Would you say that would be the turning point? That could well be the turning point of Indian soccer.
I think it would be good for India to promote the World Cup, and if they start right now to prepare the players, the young players, the team, they can show to the world that the football in India is start to develop for the near future.
What would be the right model? Because we have tried the European coaches, we have tried to catch them young, but nothing has really, when it comes to international friendly matches and international matches, we're not getting that kind of result. What is needed at this moment?
We need time. Like I said, the tournament will be 2017. We are in 2014, started 2014. If they start to work now, the team, they can be at least between the 3 or the 4 best teams.
This is your second visit to Kolkata, which is India's home of football, India's also home of sports. A word about Kolkata and the crazy fans over here. Indians, though they don't play the level of European or South American, but they're crazy enough to match you.
Oh, I'm very glad with the support I saw here. They like not only me, but they like the Brazilian football, and I wish all the best to the India football.
And with that, we come to the end of this very special presentation, which started in Nepal and finished off with the trophy coming to India. I hope you enjoyed watching this show as much as we enjoyed putting this together for you. Till then, goodbye.
When we are